Welcome back. We're doing a mukbang with the spaghetti.
Part 2.
This is not part 2.
Oh, okay.
This is a whole separate thing.
Oh, okay. Mukbang.
Mukbang again with my little brother.
And my little big sister. Synthetic. Okay.
Don't be... what? You just really tried it.
Okay.
Anyway.
So we got homemade spaghetti.
Yes, it's finally finished.
Yep.
And homemade garlic bread.
Yep.
And now we're ready to eat. Drinks. Yeah, McDonald's drinks. That's about the only thing that's good for McDonald's. I still look sleepy. I don't need you to tell me because I already know. We forgot the Parmesan. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
And I love Parmesan. Well.
And so, the topic today is going to be about her lifetime stories from her...
Lifetime stories?
Not lifetime. Her stories, they're actually real, not like they're not fake, but they're like, things that happen
that
I want to know about because I never knew about it. But now, I'm about to know about it. So.
But what is that you want to know?
Okay, first of all, what I want to know is how this person did this right here. I'm very curious.
Somebody bit me. I told you that.
But get the whole story. Like how did somebody get from your chest to bite you right there? Because they have to go like this.
They did.
Why? Like, what did you do? What happened? Argument? Fight?
You need to stir yours up. You don't have no sauce on your noodles. Anyway. Okay. So, I was in an abusive relationship.
In high school?
No, that Spanish boy.
Oh, I can't. I knew he was bad. Okay, go ahead.
He was beating me down. So, one night,
4th of July?
No, it was way after that. This was right before I moved to Georgia. This is part of why I moved. So, we were doing a bunch of nonsense. This is back when I used to drink. And we were drinking, and we were about to move out of where we stayed. So, Kayon had came over there because I didn't have anywhere to go. Like, we were moving out of where we stayed, but I didn't have any other place to go to.
Was that the day that y'all had came to mom's house, started moving everything out?
No, that's when we moved out of mommy's house. But anyway, I didn't have anywhere to go. So I knew, like, I was upset. Like, I was pissed off. Like, okay, I'm moving out of here and I have no destination. Like, I'm about to be, like, living on the streets, basically. So, we were drinking, whatever, all of that good stuff. And he didn't know how to handle his liquor. Like, every time we would drink together, he would just not know how to act. So, we were drinking. Kayon came over there because he was helping me move some stuff and keeping some stuff for me. Because I didn't have any place to put it. And after while he was there, the guy was like drunk and he started like, people are not telling you everything. Like, they're saying we have to get out of here, but that's not really true. Like, just basically saying that we had to move out of the place because the roommates didn't want us there, and it wasn't that everyone else had to move out also. So, of course, that made me mad because I'm thinking, like, I don't have anywhere to go. So, what do you mean, like, we have to leave, but the rest of the roommates could stay? Like, I pay my rent. Like, I didn't see what the issue was. So, I went down there to ask the other roommates, like, what the problem was. And they were pretty much like, that's not true. That's not the case. Everyone had to get out. So when he heard me down there talking to the rest of the roommates, he, like, just left the house completely. Like, just walked out and left.
And so you couldn't fight him?
What?
You say he left, so that means that you couldn't like find him. Like,
What does fighting have to do with it?
no, find him.
No,
I'm
I wasn't trying to find him. He left, and I was like, whatever.
Oh.
So I was talking to Kayon. And then, like, he came back. While me and Kayon were outside, he came back. And he was, like, crying. While he's walking, he was crying. So I'm like, what the heck is he crying for? Right?
Mm-hmm.
So he went, like, up the stairs or whatever. I came in the house and I was like, trying to find him. Like, why were you crying? What's wrong with you? And he was like sitting in the closet like a weirdo crying. So I'm like, what happened? Like, what are you crying? What happened? Blah, 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 blah. And he was just saying like, oh, he missed his kids and all this stuff like that. So I was like, okay. And then it turned into an argument because the thing was like, when he left the house, I guess he left the house and he started calling his exes. So I was mad because, well, as he's sitting there crying, the girl called the phone. Like, when I'm sitting there trying to console him, the girl called the phone, and I'm like, so really, like, you left the house to go call this girl? And then she's calling back, and then she was texting him, like, oh, I love you, this, that, and the third. Like, it's all going to be okay or whatever. And I'm thinking, like, if I'm your girlfriend, you don't run to another female for no type of, you don't run to another female for anything. You come to me first.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, that's plain respect. When you're in a relationship with someone, females too, like, you don't go to another man before you go to your man. So when that happened, like, I was upset and I got really mad. I think I started snapping on him and I was like, why are you doing this, that, and the third? And like he was saying he was gonna leave or whatever, and I was like, I don't care, like, you can go. Like, he was standing by the door and I was laying on the bed, and while I was laying on the bed, he just ran and like jumped on top of me, like pounced on me like an animal, and he bit my chest right here, bit it, and he bit my arm too. It kind of went away. This little mark, it used to be like you could see a whole mouth print, but that went away.
So like when he was biting, he like wouldn't let go, like we just.
Yeah, he wouldn't let go.
I mean, were you trying to pull him off? And...
Yeah, I was trying to push him off and I was screaming. And he bit me, and then I started screaming, help me, help me, help me, help me, help me. And then the roommates came in there and they broke it up. Like, they took him off of me because he was biting me like that whole time.
The piece of the skin, like...
Yeah, the piece of my skin came off. Like, it was indented in my skin. So then, after they got him off of me, like, we were still fighting, like, because they got him off of me. And then, of course, I started fighting back because he was on top of me biting me. So after that, I started fighting back. And when I started fighting back, like, they were trying to break it up. So the guy grabbed him, and then the other girl roommate, she grabbed me, and she pulled me down to the floor. And when I was on the floor, he kicked me in my face. Like, kicked me in my face. And I was like, my nose? Like, you're going to kick me in my nose? I got so mad. I remember I took, like a glass mirror, like one of those makeup mirrors that have, like, a flat bottom. And then it's, like, a little thing, and then the mirror, so it was heavy, and I just started hitting him in the face with it, like, because after he kicked me in the face and I started screaming, the guy pulled him down to the ground. I started hitting him in the face. Like, it was just really tragic.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I knew he was that since the 4th of July. I just knew, because I could tell by the way he was driving.
So all of that happened, and then it still got even worse. Like, someone ended up calling the police or whatever, and then the police came and they were looking at me. They're just like, he's going to kill you. Like, he's going to kill you. Like, why do you keep dealing with him? He's going to kill you, this and that. And I guess they were trying to find him. They couldn't find him. So then, he ended up trying to come back that night. Like, I was officially like, that night made me just be like, you know what, I'm done. I don't care. I'm out here. I'm about to be out here on my own anyway, like, with nowhere to go. Because I had nowhere to go. I'm about to be living in my car, which I did. Slept in my car many a nights.
Oh my goodness.
So I was pretty much like, you know what, I can do. Like, if I'm gonna have to thug it out and do bad, I'll do it by myself. Like, I don't need to do it with him. So I was like, you know what, I don't care if he don't come back. I don't want him to come back. I don't want to talk to him. All that good stuff. So he left that night. The police couldn't find him. And then in the middle of the night, the roommate was like, oh my God, he's outside. He tried to come to the door, and the roommate was like, no, bro, you can't come in. You can't come in here anymore. Like, and the roommate, he had seen him, like, beat me up multiple times. Like, the roommate literally tried to intervene one time when the guy tried to pull a knife on me. Well, he did pull a knife and tried to, like, juke me with it, but I was holding a gallon of water. And when he juked it, it had to be God that he stabbed that gallon of water and not me. And the gallon of water burst everywhere. And then after that, the roommate tried to intervene and tried to be like, just leave her alone, like trying to stop it. But then like he was about to fight him, so the roommate just stopped. And then someone called the police that time. And when the police came, they seen the knife and all the blood and stuff, like, cause
it hit you?
No, he had stabbed himself with it. They seen all of that, like, and I believe that same night he had like locked me in he used to lock me in stuff, like lock me in closets and lock me in the bathroom and stuff, and then I wouldn't be able to get out of it. And then another time I locked myself in the bathroom, like I was just like plotting on jumping out of the window of the bathroom to get away from him because I knew he was trying to fight me. And he kicked the door down to the bathroom. And that's why I have this one.
Because of the door?
Mm-hmm. The splinters in the door went into my skin. And you know how my skin is. Like, anytime I get cut, it just, like, really is noticeable and all that type of stuff.
Like the piercings and stuff?
Yeah. So, I get keloids on my skin, like, if I get cut.
Oh my goodness.
Like, when he came back that night, the roommate was like, no, bro, you can't come in. And then he got so mad, like, he went and found my car in the parking lot and literally, like, kicked my window out my car. Remember, I had just got that new car before, like, I ended up going to Georgia?
Yeah,
He had kicked the window out my car, the passenger window. So not only did you beat me down and, like, do all this stuff to me, like, then you kicked the window out my car. He knew the situation. He knew, like, I was going to be living in my car, basically, because I had nowhere to go. Like, I was, like, and at this point, and I didn't even have my job at the hospital anymore because, like, so many things had happened, like.
The one in Delray?
No, at Bethesda.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't even have that job anymore. Like, I had no way to, like, get any income. And this was right around, like, August, September time. And there was a hurricane coming, like. It kicked the window out my car. So it was like, you know that I have to live in this car. You kicked the window out. And,
This was before the 4th of July or after?
After.
Oh, God. Also, he only had one day when he went to jail. He only had one day. That day.
After the 4th of July?
No, that day during it. Remember when he got the DUI?
Yeah, he only had one day, I think. I don't know what happened.
Lord. Thank God. Jesus saved you from that, because, oh, God.
Yeah, thank God. It was only God. God didn't die.
Right? Like, ugh.
Because one time he was, like, choking me out. And he was like, I wanted you to pass out. I wanted you to pass out. Like, straight up telling me, like, he wanted me to die.
And why didn't the police arrest him when
Because no one called the police when that happened.
No, I'm saying, like, when the knife and the blood and stuff, when they called the police, why didn't they arrest him? What, because they couldn't find him?
I don't remember. Let me think. Oh, yeah, he left. He left that night when the police didn't find him, and then when he came back, like, just no one called the police and said that he was back. Like, no one, so he was just whatever.
Oh, my goodness.
But, yeah, I'm over that.
Yeah, you over that, thank God.
Mm-hmm.
What else happened in your life? Your life is interesting.
Too many things.
Your life is interesting.
I know it is. Well, what else do you want to hear?
Let me think. I'm trying to think of something I thought about. Anything else happened at the View? I mean, not the View. Well, the Runaway Bay, whatever you want to call it.
So many things happened in Runaway Bay. So many things. We stayed in Runaway Bay for like, what, 10 years?
Yeah, we stayed there for a while.
So many things happened in Runaway Bay.
Did you ever fight at Runaway Bay?
Boys.
Fight boys?
Why are you so concerned about fighting?
I'm not. I'm just...
I didn't get in a fight with no girls out there.
Good. Let me think. Name one of the things that happened at Runaway Bay.
Like what? Give me an example of what you want to hear.
Well, but I don't know exactly what happened. So, okay. Did anything happen in that little gym or anything?
Nothing that I care to tell right now. I'll tell you one party. Oh, I threw a party in Runaway Bay at the pool.
House? Oh.
When I turned 17.
On your birthday?
Mm-hmm. I either was turning 7. I know I had to be turning 17 because I wasn't 18 yet. I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
For my birthday, I threw a party. I invited like so many people that I knew, and they invited people.
Was I born? Was I born?
Of course you were born. If I was turning 17, like you were not. You were probably like 7, 8.
Where was I? At my grandma's house or?
No, you were older than that probably. I don't know. Anyway, so I don't know where you guys were at. I'm pretty sure you were there because mommy came home while I was throwing the party. I think she might have been the one that called the police. But anyway, so here's the story. I threw this party, and mind you, I'm only like 17 years old. Mm-hmm. I started doing TADA, which is like this little thing where they like they let you go sell candy, and we would go to like Miami, and we would sell candy. Yeah, like Broward and Miami. They would take you like outside of your area and make you go sell candy and whatever. Mm-hmm. So I had made like, I don't know, maybe like $100
from candy.
Yeah, from selling candy and other stuff. So I made this money, and I was gonna throw this party. So I asked Radio to go buy me liquor. So Radio brought me like, I don't know, he might have brought like 3 bottles, huge bottles of liquor. Like, cause I gave him the money. He went to the store and brought it, like 1 brown liquor and like 1 white liquor and then I think 2 white liquors. And then I went and I put like water balloons in the pool. I had my little bikini on with some shorts. Like, I was looking super cute. Like, I had my friends there at the time, like my friends that were girls and other friends, I had them there. And we were ready to party, and we started getting so drunk. Like, it happened so fast. Like, we were getting wasted. And the people kept coming to the party like, no, you guys need to leave. You're not allowed to be here. The people who stayed in Runaway Bay, I mean, not stayed in Runaway Bay, but worked in the office. They were like, no, you can't have this party. You need to leave, blah, 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 blah. We didn't leave until finally someone called the police.
Oh, my goodness.
And then when the police came, we were all like, all right, let's just... Well, no, how did that happen? They came out and told us that they called the police, so we had to leave. So we all started leaving, and when we were leaving, like, my liquor was missing. So I was like, no, like, where's my liquor at? I went and asked Radio and his friends. I was like, did you guys take my liquor? And they were like, no, we just have this one. Like, they showed me which ones they had, but I was like, well, where's my other whole bottle of liquor? Because I want it. So come to find out, some random, like not even one of my friends that I invited, but someone else had invited them. Like, he came well, he had the liquor. So I was like, I told Radio, I'm like, this guy's like took my liquor. And so Radio started getting mad, and then his other friend was there too, and like they started arguing, and they were arguing in Creole or whatever. And then like the boy who took the liquor, or the one who we thought took the liquor, I still think he took it. I don't even remember if I got it, but I was so drunk. Like I was 17 years old drinking. So like I don't even remember if we got the liquor back. But anyway, so this boy, we had Heineken too. We had beers too. Like I'm talking about, I went all out for this party. Like to be 17 years old and you throwing your own party, and you got liquor, and you got other things that we're not going to mention, and all the people who are really anybody at that time were there. Like it was a good party. So like he took a Heineken bottle, he started bashing it on the ground to break it, to like, so the top is like broken and shattered and pointy. Like he put it out like he was gonna hit Radio or Radio's friend with it. So then they started fighting. Like Radio's friend started like fighting him, and then as soon as they started fighting, Radio jumped in, and like it was a vicious fight. And then the fight finally got broken up when the police actually came. Everyone just hopped in the car and like sped off. That's one thing that happened over there.
Oh, Lord, Cara. Jeez, didn't take the wheel. Did anything happen at Bridgewater?
I don't really stay there that long, but nothing really worth mentioning. Like, stuff happened, but nothing not serious.
Okay. I don't know, we were this one day, I don't know. You had that little pink, remember that little pink gown you always used to wear?
Which one? Because
It
I
was
had
like-
a few.
It was like the pink, like, it was like a dress. It was like a pink, like it was like a, not like a dress, but it was like you always used to
Oh, it
wear
was
the
orange?
sleeves. Maybe it was orange or pink.
Yeah.
And you had that on. I remember something happened, and like I remember the police had came. I don't know what you did, but something had. And I remember I was sitting in the chair, and I remember the police had came in the house, and then
Oh!
what happened? Because I never knew what happened since that day.
I don't really want to talk about that story, to be honest, because I feel like there's a lot of things in my life that I just have to accept and get over. And I feel like sometimes when you talk about it, it brings like bad things back to the light. And especially when I'm down here visiting, I don't want to talk about it because it's like a lot of their family members are involved. So I'll tell you at another like time, but not right now.
Okay.
And not like on this thing. Because but I just know like
But I know you
thank
changed.
God for forgiveness.
Yeah, thank God you changed.
Thank God I changed,
Yeah.
but thank God for forgiveness. And thank God that his scriptures say that, you know, you have to forgive others for their trespasses for him to forgive me. Because although I really like fell in love with God and really like, you know, serve him wholeheartedly, there was a break loose, like there was a breakthrough, a big change when I had to forgive other people for the things that they did. And it's like I didn't forgive them of it before, but when I finally did, things really started to change for me. So I don't really want to like dwell back on that story, but I'll tell you another day.
Okay.
But what else do
ever
you know?
happen to with Dustin?
I got in a vicious fight with Dustin. Let me tell you, that's a fight that happened in Runway Bay. I got in a vicious fight with him. Let me tell you, vicious. So let me tell you, you know how it is down here in Palm Beach. Like it's been raining a lot since I've been here, but some days it'll rain and then like 10 minutes later it'll stop raining and the sun will be out. So this day he wanted to borrow some money from me to do something, and I was like, okay, cool. I guess it was fine. It was like $10.
That's when you had the little iPhone 4.
I don't remember what phone I had, to be honest. I barely remember anything from that point in time for reasons that I will not mention. But anyway, so he was like, oh, do you want to go half on me with something? Or like, can you let me borrow like $10 or whatever? And I was like, okay, I'll do it. So then we started walking to Lantana Cascades. Remember I was telling you like that raggedy, the trailer park that we passed across from Family Dollar? Remember I was pointing it out to you and I was like, that raggedy place is still there?
Oh, yeah, nah, I'm not talking about.
So we were going over to Lantana Cascades for the reason that he wanted to borrow the money. And, like, it started raining. Mm-hmm. And I was like, dude, I'm not gonna walk in the rain and mess my hair up. Because you know how I am about my hair getting wet. So he was like getting mad about it. And I was like, let's just wait under Family Dollar. Like, let's wait under Family Dollar where it's shaded. And then when it stops raining, we'll walk over there. He didn't want to do that. He got mad. So I was like, whatever. Like, I'm walking back home. Like, I never told him I wasn't going to give him the money. I never told him, like, none of that. I was just like, I'm not standing in the rain. So he was upset. Mind you, I'm walking back to Runaway Bay. The back way, though. The back way, you know how you go to Family Dollar?
There's a little, like, shortcut?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I'm walking the long way because I'm walking from Lantana Cascades. Like, remember how earlier you were like, oh, you turn this way because it's quicker? Uh-huh. And I was like, you act like I don't know that. I was walking that way. Just exactly how you turn the car because Lantana Cascades over there. So I'm walking and Dustin came and snatched my weave off my head. I'm not even joking. He yanked it completely off. And I think I had a wig on. And it was like a red wig too. And I thought I was cute with it. But he like snatched it off completely in like right there where Lantana Cascades, where the traffic light is, right there. So anybody who was in their car or anything would have seen like my wig get pulled off. So I was so extremely mad. And when he did it, he took off running. So now I'm walking the back way to Runaway Bay and I'm pissed. And it's raining. It's pouring raining. I'm so mad. I'm like, the whole time I'm walking, I'm just like, ooh, when I catch up with him, the boy. So when I finally caught up with him, right there, that back gate, like, you know, that back gate. No, the back gate that we used to walk out of when we would walk to Family Dollar. Yeah. Uh-huh. So I'm right at that back gate and like, I finally catch up with him. When I caught up with him, I just started going in. Like, I was just hitting him. Like, I'm talking about. And then I was on top of him. Like, I think my titties and everything were out. And I was just like, I was just on him, like beating him down. Like, he was so shook. He didn't even, like, he was just getting his butt beat. I'm talking about people stopped their cars. Like, 3 cars stopped. And mind you, I'm a girl and he's a grown dude. None of these dudes that were watching the fight were trying to help me. They're just looking at me beat him down.
Was it right next to that little lake where the cut in the little lake?
Yeah.
Did you push him in there?
No, we were on the street part.
Oh.
So I'm beating him down so bad that people are parking, they're like stopping their car in the street and watching. And they're grown men and none of these men are trying to help me because I'm beating this boy so bad. Like, they're not even trying to intervene. Literally. And then like 4 white boys, I don't even know why I said that, but they all ran up to the gate. Like, and these guys had already knew me. They all ran up to the gate and they were just looking at the fight too. Like, they were just looking.
I do the same thing. I just be looking.
But I'm saying, like, I'm a girl and they're guys. Like, none of them tried to like jump in or do anything. So,
goodness,
it was so crazy. Like, and then after that, like, only thing I had to show was like, I was down like on my hands and knees beating him and I had like scrapes on my knees, but he had a black eye and many other things.
Y'all still was friends after that?
Yeah, we were still friends after that. I mean, why would I not be his friend?
You know, snatch.
You gotta forget.
Ooh, I'd be mad.
I done fought Dustin more times than that. Like, that's not the only time I fought Dustin.
Oh my goodness. Remember when he used to live with you? Like when you used to live in Rivera, he used to live with you? Mm-hmm. And that one time where he was like, he said, remember that time your toilet wasn't working and he went to go take a doo-doo and he didn't wipe his
Joshua, I'm trying to eat. I don't want to think about that.
Oh, goodness.
But yeah, he did a lot of things when I stayed in Rivera. And I thought I wasn't going to be his friend after that, but I still forgave.
Oh, I would be mad. We would be friends no more.
I've known Dustin since I was 5 years old.
He met you at school?
Mm-hmm. He was Kevin's friend first, and then I met him through Kevin. I think we're gonna end this mukbang because it's already been like 30 minutes.
Yep, and
unless you want to get one more story.
Yeah, I want to hear one more. It's interesting.
You gotta hurry up and pick.
Pick like I'm supposed to know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. What did anything else happen with that Tiffany? Is that her name? Tiffany?
Who the heck is Tiffany?
Not Tiffany. Somebody. I don't know what her name is.
Don't ask me about what happened with other people. Like, give me a specific topic.
Topics are there.
Shoot.
What else? Oh, I want to know what happened that one time where you had one with Kevin to Miami or something like that.
Oh my God.
And then you guys went to that little club.
We didn't go to no club.
Or whatever it was. And that, because I remember that one time he had like went up there to go like guess the song, everybody wanted to drink, and then I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I remember that. What about it?
What happened? Like, how did you, like, what? Because I know, all I know is something about you went to an Uber or a Lyft or something, and then I don't know what else happened, and then
that story is very funny. Okay, so this is what happened. We went to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Kevin. Kevin came down here he stayed in Georgia at the time, and I still stay down here. So he came down from Georgia, and we were going to go to Miami together, and we went. But we were turning up, like, progressively getting more and more drunk throughout the night. Mm. So the night went well, everything. Then the last part, we were bar hopping. Like, we were going from bar to bar to bar, from place to place to place, getting a drink here, getting a drink there. The last part... money. Yeah, we had money to do that at that time. Plus, like, I was working at the hospital, so I was, like, making decent money. Mm-hmm. And Kevin was doing... He's already...
a teacher?
Yeah, mm-hmm. So he had decent money. And, so we were down there. The last bar we went to, like, I was like, okay, I'm going to buy the drinks. And we started drinking Long Island iced teas, mm-hmm. which is like this drink that's mixed with like 4 different liquors, 5. I don't even know how. It's mixed with a bunch of liquor. And we were taking shots on top of that. And mind you, we've been drinking all night. We've been drinking since like, it's maybe like 1 a.m. We've been drinking since like 6 or 7 o'clock. And we're taking shots on top of that. And we're drinking like more than one of these drinks. Like we were drinking like, as soon as we finished it, we just let the lady refill it. Because they take your card, like your card in the beginning. And then like they just put it on the tab. So whatever you order, they just, charge it at the end or whatever. So she was just refilling the drinks like it was nothing. And we were getting so drunk. Like I remember like Kevin got up. He left and I was sitting there by myself. I remember texting this person, like, and I'm sending like incoherent texts, like just a bunch of letters and stuff that don't even make sense. So we were like super wasted. And then like Kevin came back. I actually got up to try and go find Kevin in this bar. And then I was so drunk, like I couldn't even find him. I remember like I ended up walking to the kitchen or something. Like I was so wasted. So then I went and sat back down, and Kevin finally came back and he's like, oh, I was throwing up in the bathroom. Like, I'm so sick because he was so drunk. So I was like, oh my God, like maybe we need to leave. So then Kevin had drove down there and Kevin was like, well, we can't, I don't know where my car is at. He parked in some parking garage, but he was so drunk he didn't even remember, which is good. He's like, well, I'm just going to put you in an Uber. And when you get in the Uber, you go to my hotel. And then when I find my car, I'll drive to my hotel and then I'll let you in the room. So I was like, oh, okay. I'm so drunk. I'm like, oh, okay. And he threw up all on my feet, like literally on my shoes, in my feet. Like he threw up on it. Ooh. So I was like, oh no, I was ready to go. So I got in that Uber. And when I got in that Uber, I went to his hotel, the location that we were supposed to go. But Kevin was not there. I'm calling Kevin. And I'm drunk. He's not there. He's not picking up the phone. So after that, like, I'm like, Kevin, like, is not coming. So I literally got in another Uber. I'm like, I'm booking an Uber and I'm going all the way back to Palm Beach because I'm drunk and I'm tired and I want to go home. So I got in the Uber and I started going all the way back to Palm Beach. And literally the sun was coming up by this time. I remember, like, even though I was so drunk, I still remember like little bits and pieces. I remember I put the address into mommy's house, and we were right there on Lantana Road, getting off of I-95 on Lantana Road, and I was like, oh no, I'm so drunk, I can't go home. Like, I don't want mommy to see me this drunk. So, I don't know why I changed the destination, but I changed it after being asleep in the Uber, and I wake up right almost like 3 minutes away from the house. I changed the destination to the Uber, and the Uber took me to some hotel. And when they took me to this hotel, like, I was so drunk, like, drunk. Like, I'm just walking up and down. For some reason in my head, I was thinking it was the hotel Kevin was at. But mind you, it's in a whole nother county, in a whole nother city. Like, so it was not his hotel. And I'm, like, calling him. Now he's picking up. He's like, oh, my God, I was so drunk, I fell asleep in the car. Thank God, because he was too drunk to drive anywhere.
Yeah, he would have,
Or he was too drunk to drive, so thank God he did fall asleep. But I'm all the way back in Palm Beach. He's calling me. Literally, I'm still thinking. I'm like, oh, I'm at your hotel. I'm so drunk. I'm like, what's your room number? I'm knocking on people's rooms, and it's not his hotel. It's like whoever's hotel it was not his hotel. So I'm so drunk. Like, I'm drunk. I'm done pissed in the corner of the hotel. Like, I was so drunk. So then I guess the people in the hotel called the police on me. So then I sat down, like, in the lobby, and I was just, like, talking to him. And I was like, well, I don't know where you're at. I was talking to Kevin on the phone. Mm-hmm. And then the police came in, and I'm like, oh, my God, like, why are the police here? And then they started asking me questions, like, oh, who is our president and stuff like that. And at this time, I'm still drunk, but it's, like, coming back to me. I'm like, oh, our president is Trump, and this, that, and the third. And they asked me my name and stuff like that. And I gave them my name. But they had, I had lost my ID. I left my wallet, my credit card, my ID in the Uber. Oh. So I didn't have it. No, I never got it back. I had to get a new ID, new card, and all that stuff. So I had left it in the Uber. So the police couldn't run my ID. But when Kevin was on the phone, he told them, like, oh, my birthday and all this stuff like that. And they ran it in their computer. And they said, okay, you have a warrant for your arrest. And they arrested me.
Well, what warrant?
For not going to court.
From the last, wait.
There was a lot of times I was not going to court at that point in time. So I had a warrant for my arrest. And then, like, they were like, okay, we have to take you in. They took me in to jail. And I was so drunk that I just slept.
Were you in there with somebody or you by yourself?
Well, in the holding cell, like, well, here's the thing. So I had already arranged to get bonded out. Mm-hmm. Like, as soon as I found out I was going to jail, I told Kevin, like, oh, tell mommy to bond me out or whatever. Like, go do it so I can get up out of here, whatever. And mommy had bonded me out before because this was like probably the second or third time I had got arrested for not going to court. So they were working on it, and it was early in the morning. But so I was in the holding cell, and when I was in the holding cell, I don't know. Sometimes I was by myself, and sometimes there were other people. But I was so drunk, I was sleeping on that cold bench, like sleeping on it, just like knocked out because I was drunk. And then like finally, they took me upstairs to like the next part. Like after you get from holding, they take you to another part of the jail, which means like you're gonna stay here. And I'm thinking like, well, did they bond me out or what? Because why am I still here? So they took me upstairs. When they took me upstairs, I went straight, like, I dragged my little mattress and put it up on the top bunk. And I went straight to sleep. And then, like, I was just waiting to get bonded out. And then there was a bunch of people in there, like, a bunch of girls in jail, or whatever. And they wake me up, and they're like, oh, you have to come eat. And I was like, I don't want anything to eat. And then they were like, well, you still have to come out here for roll call or whatever. They have to make sure you're okay. So I got up and went out there, and the officer was like, okay.
Was there a cafeteria?
No, they bring the food to the pod. Like, they bring a bunch of trays to where you're at in the jail. Oh. So they did that, and that was it. Like, then shortly after that, like, they called me and it's like, okay, your bond's been posted. Then I got out of there, and you guys came and picked me up.
Oh yeah, because I remember they had your thing when you called mom. Did you? Because you called mom, right?
Yeah, I called her.
The thing, and I remember we were sitting in the church parking lot in church, and then I was like, oh my God, what did Car do this time? I was like, oh my God. And then after church, I think we went up to Janae's to get like money. I'm pretty sure we went to Janae's to get money, and then we went to go to the well.
Oh my god.
And then you had fell asleep in the car, and then you.
I went straight to sleep. I was still
phone was
drunk.
almost dead and everything.
I was very upset about that. And as soon as I got home, I remember texting people like, "Oh my god." I was so drunk that I went to jail, and they were like, "Oh my god, what is wrong with you?"
But at least you learn from mistakes, so you know not to do it again.
Yeah, well, I don't drink anymore, so
That's
I don't have to
good.
worry about that. But yeah, this was a good mukbang,
Yeah.
and I think we should end it because it's getting pretty long.
Yeah, I know y'all gonna be like, why so long?
So thanks for tuning in.
Bye bye.